This is Hyunshik Shin. Thank you. It's my pleasure to present our team's Listen to Work. And I'm going to talk about people's preferences about adopting shared automated mobility services by simulating survey participants' choice behaviors. This is our team. First, Mr. Amirreza Nikar. He is a PhD candidate in the Department of Transportation and Urban Infrastructure Studies, and he played a leading role for this research. And Dr. Youngjae Lee, he was a PI and a professor of the Transportation Department. And lastly, I'm Hyunshik Shin, an associate professor at CDN Regional Planning. Next, Amirreza. I'll start by presenting a brief background and survey methodology. Then Mr. Amirreza Nikar will be talking about the survey and analysis results and followed by conclusions. The study had broadly two objectives. So first, the study investigated primary choice factors, the people's choice behavior, by measuring people's willingness to pay through estimating and simulating their preferences. And the study was to gain insights as to how the COVID-19 pandemic affected their travel behaviors. This study is highlighting important strategic implications for transportation policy. The first, the study examined the potential role of shared mobility in the future with some consideration of drivers' behavioral change due to COVID-19. Second, the study investigated service attributes of shared mobility vehicles services that would facilitate faster market penetration. The study also found and provided data-driven and choice simulation-based policy suggestions. So past studies found that travel cost is an essential mode choice factor, as you know. And those findings from past studies that suggest cost as like monetary values, time value, and related service values like amenities. Those are the important factors. They are the key to helping fast market penetration of SAVs. So for example, some studies found people would use SAVs if their travel time is shorter than their current travel mode. And about 16% of Americans answered they would use SAV service if they could save about 40% of their travel time. Okay, sounds good. But however, 16% of Americans said yes, that is still low. Okay, and also, however, still many people seem to be resistant to changing their mode choice behavior. In people's choice behavior, resistance to new technology is a huge barrier. That's why in many cases, government's prediction or estimates is so off when they actually implemented a such plan. Okay. So, for example, about 35% of Austin residents, they responded they would not use SAV services, even if they were free. Okay. It may imply people still, like driving and like privacies and many other factors of safety and with COVID, even more safety, health, and okay. The conclusion: the review of past studies has suggested that the diffusion of such new and environmentally friendly services will need to be strategically promoted by identifying people's travel behaviors. If this service is such a good idea for safety and environment, why don't we know people's preferences first to faster promote the diffusion of these new services? Next, please. So, with these backgrounds, we conducted a survey from March 30 to May 30 last year. And the survey was designed using software called Adaptive Choice-Based Conjoint Survey, one of the recent innovative survey methods to simulate people's preferences and willingness to pay. And also this survey is known for estimating consumers' behavior pretty accurately through simulating their choice behavior. It's called choice tournaments. Very fun. I encourage you to take similar survey. I think we're gonna do again. And the survey asked participants socioeconomic characteristics, travel behavior, and special patterns of commuting trips and their choice. So 216 valid responses were used for this study. And next, Mr. Amireza will give you further details of this interesting study and findings.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shin. Hello. Actually, here we have some results from our survey here. As you see here, the gender is rather biased towards male, and also almost half of the people are between 30 to 50 years old. And next. Okay, so and the also 80% of people are using private vehicles for as their main commuting mode. Actually, about half of the people have master's and PhD degree, and more than half of the people have 3 and more people in the house. And about half of the people are living in urban, and the half are and the actually less than half are living in suburb. And for workplace, that about 67% of people are working in urban areas. Actually, we designed the survey based on the past research, so we could find 6 main factors that may have significant effects on the travel behavior of people when autonomous vehicles comes comes actually out. So some of the factors like travel time or the type of the vehicles are actually most decisive in the past research, and we added some new novel actually attributes and factor, and also to uh, adjust the uh, prices. We conducted a pilot research with 20 people. The first attribute is the type of the vehicle. So we have two options or two levels here. The first one is autonomous vehicles that we don't charge any person for that, and this second one is conventional vehicles, that what we have now. And the second attribute is travel time. We have four levels for that. If they actually want to have their trip in only 10 minutes, they have to pay more $8 for 15 minutes, they have to pay 5, and for $23, and for 25 minutes, they have to pay $1. The third attribute is equipment and facilities. So this attribute has three levels. The first level is highly packed seats arrangements like normal vans we have now. And the second level is that seat arrangement actually are actually not like packed as the regular van. It's we have more distance between seats. And the last level is that we add some computer, actually built-in computer and Wi-Fi features in the vehicle. The next attribute is walking time to reach to the meeting actually point. So if you use Uber or Lyft, for example, Uber has a service called Uber Pool that you need to walk in the one head of your actually trip. For example, you need to walk about 5 minutes to meet the driver, or the driver may drop you to in a location about 5 minutes walking far from your desired location. And so for this attribute, we have three levels. The first level is that the participant or the rider actually should be picked up or dropped actually off at their desired location. And in the second, and if he or she selects this level, he or she needs to pay more $5. And for 5 minutes, walking, it's $3, and for 8 minutes, it's $2. Okay, so the attribute number 6, the 5 is the status of the ride sharing, whether they wanna share their trip with other people or not. In the first level, we offer that whether they actually want to, they actually don't mind to share their trip with other people that we don't actually charge them. And in the second level, actually they can share with only one actually people that they would be charged, that they would be charged for $2. And if they want to have the only rider in the vehicle, they have to pay more, $4. So, and the last one is the trip delay insurance. This is a one innovative attribute that, to the best of our knowledge, this research is the first research that uses this factor. For example, when you use Uber, the Uber gives you a duration of time for your actual trip. For example, Uber says that we will pick you up at 6:05, and you will be at your desired location at, for example, 6:25. So your travel time is 20 minutes. But in some cases, there is actually a delay with any reasons, traffic or anything. So we actually offer this feature whether they want to, whether the rider wants to have any kind of refund when he or she faces some source of delay. So actually, this research uses ACBC analysis, which is one kind of conjoint analysis methods. This research is different because this type is actually this type of research is different because the participants have this chance to select that service exactly as they actually want. So we have 6 attributes here, and each attribute has several levels. So that would be very hard if we want to actually ask every single cases. So it's actually better to use ACBC methods to find the utility of their desired attributes. So, and also this method uses the ranking scale for actually for the computing the utility instead of actually ordinal. So, and after selecting the feature, the software in series of questions like screens that you can see here, compare the different scenarios to reach to actually the correct case that the participant is looking for. So this is the results of conjoint choice model. As it's shown here, the for the type of the vehicle, the utility of autonomous vehicle is much higher than conventional vehicle, and for the travel time, people are willing to have shorter travel time, uh, 15 minutes and 10 minutes have much higher uh, utilities than the other one. And for equipment and facilities, actually here people are more willing to use seats mm, uh, arrangements that are more uh, comfortable than normal vehicle, and also they are looking for using some advanced features in the vehicle, like built-in computer and Wi-Fi. And about the walking time to reach the meeting point, people are mainly looking for picking up or dropping off at their desired location rather than actually walking to a meeting point. And for a status of the ride sharing, people by far are willing to uh, not share their trip with other people. And for trip delay, uh, uh, insurance here, people are actually willing to pay a few dollars, to actually, if whether when to for refunding when they face uh, delay in their trip. And the uh, estimated effect of the inter reaction term. So some utilities, some attributes, when they combine to the other attributes, may have more utilities here. For example, you are looking for uh, actually for buying actually car. You are looking for uh, a certain brand of the actually car, but that certain actually brand doesn't have that type of the actually vehicle. For example, you're looking for actually Dodge. The Dodge doesn't actually have, I don't know, van. So, but when Dodge actually provide you van, that would be your actually case. So here, the actually same, we want to see that, for example, travel time and walking time, when they actually have in when we uh, combine these two attribute, it actually comes first to choose for participant. So the results, actually, the like previous research, the travel time has the highest importance here. And for actually our in our research, the main actually portion of participants actually are actually willing to have shorter travel actually time. And also one reason for actually that is that maybe they are not willing actually to have a shared trip in a actually long distance. So this is, or longer trips. So this is one reason for travel time, and also for walking to a meeting point. Riders are willing to be picked up or drop off at their location. We actually have some similar uh, results in the past research. For example, in a actually Uber pool conducted a research in Chicago, and they have found that people are willing to have the minimum walking distance in their trip. And also in our uh, uh, research, 33 percent of people were 50 and older. And so based on the past research, people who are uh, older, they are less likely to have to actually use pooled uh, services. And also the COVID here may not have that much impact on the actually choosing the pooled service here. And the next one is the facilities. People are looking for using novel and emerging features. 60% of participants were willing to use the built-in computers and Wi-Fi. This research is in line with research in China, that 60 percent of people there are willing to use these novel features. And also the COVID here is also may actually not change the uh, tendency of users to use these novel features. And the privacy and sharing, the trips participant on average are willing to pay $1.4 to avoid sharing their trip with other people. If we compare it with one research that they've actually found that before the COVID actually time, similar price was about similar cost was about 49 cents, but here it's raised about three times. And so that's the one issue here. And basically 36% of actually people, based on the past research, are willing to share their trip with multiple people. And actually 41 percent of commuters who drive alone are likely to use shared autonomous vehicles in the actually future. So the actually COVID has the big impact on these attributes. So, and the next attribute is the delay and waiting time, that as we actually said, people are willing to actually pay uh, little more money to actually to avoid delay in their actual trip, because actually people will think that the uh, autonomous vehicles would be very accurate vehicles. So that's the one mm, uh, uh, imagination that we actually read in actually one of the past research. So the next part is we uh, calculated that how shared autonomous vehicles can compete with the shared human driven vehicles. So we here we have two scenarios: the best SAV and with the versus the best SH actually V. That it actually shows that when it comes to choose between shared autonomous vehicles and shared human driven vehicles, people will actually select the shared autonomous vehicles with the same features. Actually, the best vehicle here has the uh, attributes with the highest utilities, and even the worst actually shared autonomous vehicles can actually have a noticeable share and portion in the future market. And here, as we actually said, at the best level, the autonomous, the shared autonomous vehicles can capture about 74 percent of the actual demand, and also uh, even if we add the emerging features to the shared human driven vehicles, it would be very hard to compete with the shared autonomous vehicles. And actually here, about 22 uh, percent of the vehicle of the participant, they don't like to use any kinds of autonomous vehicles. uh, Probably they actually don't trust these vehicles, and 25% of people would refuse to use shared autonomous vehicles if if you if they actually were free. So, and the last thing here, that the providing the good attributes and features in shared autonomous vehicles can attract more riders than shared human uh, 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 driven vehicles when we have when we have uh, both of them in the market. Conclusion for this research: actually, the travel time, like the previous research, is the most decisive features for choosing the actually shared autonomous vehicles or shared actually vehicles. And after that, the walking actually time, or is there any walking to the meeting actually point is the other attribute that people will think about it when the autonomous vehicles come out, the shared autonomous vehicles come actually out. So people are looking for using uh, service that they can pick up their pick up them at their location and dropped off at their desired uh, location. So, and people actually firmly tended to actually not share, tended not to share their trip with the other actually people. Uh, Definitely the COVID time was the main reasons for actually that, because uh, research in 2009 actually they actually found that people are only willing to pay 49 cents to 49 cents more to not share their vehicle, share their actually trip with uh, multiple people. And also people are looking for having uh, emerging features like built-in computer system in the vehicle, or Wi-Fi, and also some uh, distance between the seats, and also uh, uh, they they are uh, actually these shared autonomous vehicles can highly compete with the actually current shared vehicles, and uh, probably when these novel vehicles come to the um, market, they can uh, capture a noticeable share of the demands. The contribution of this research was we actually defined the some features for the first actually time. For example, walking to a meeting point was for shared autonomous vehicles in different levels, or different levels for privacy. It these things, uh, we use these levels and attributes for the first time in our research, and also we use ACBC methods for our research. And actually we collected the data during the COVID lockdown uh, period. Actually, we designed the survey in February 2020, and but when we wanted to collect the data, it was, because we started at in the end of the actually March, when the uh, lockdown was started. So the further research uh, ideas and directions can be considering other factors and attributes, like, for example, more level of privacy. For example, we can consider some sorts of cabin or private cabin or room in the actually vehicles when it actually comes to using shared vehicles, and also more actually advanced features in the actual vehicle can be considered, and also ability to do telework at the vehicle, when they actually have computer or Wi-Fi. Some people can do some sorts of works at the in the vehicle, and also we can the next research can use other analysis uh, methods. And thank you so much for your time.
Any questions? Well, let me talk about this project for a few minutes. I think the current trends for transportation can be summarized with 4 letters: CASE, CASE, which are connected, automated, shared, and electric. And this survey deals with a shared and automated under COVID situation. In this survey, we compared a shared and non-shared, which are like a single ride-hailing service, and shared a ride-hailing or pool service, to compare the a impact of the shared service. And also in the survey, we compared human-driven service and automated vehicle service. Um, uh, Unfortunately, we had a COVID lockdown last year, and so we compared those user preference from other studies before the COVID area and with our studies. So we try to see measure the user preferences about shared service and automated service before COVID period and during the COVID period. Hopefully, once we overcome the pandemic, and sometime later, if we can conduct similar preference survey after the pandemic area, and we want to see the changes in a user preference about a shared a service and a single ride-hailing service. Also, the many companies, the automakers are talking about automated vehicles, and currently we don't have level 4 or 5 automated service yet, but maybe within a year or two, we'll see much more advanced automated services. And then also we can see how user preference has been changed with advancement of automated vehicles. If you have any questions, please let us know.
I have a question. Thank you for the presentation. In the last slide, I think Amir Reza mentioned that 22% of people to don't like AV, and 25% refuse to use AV. What's the difference between like and refuse? If they don't like, it means that they don't like. I just want to understand how you reach this result.
Yes, actually, one of the for 22 is here is based on the one of the past research that we actually had. For 25 is our research. This uh, actually 22 is based on the one of the past research. So yes, this is for actually that, and 25 actually percent of people were based on the was the actually that they didn't select the shared autonomous vehicles at all in actually any other cases.
So you mean that both of them means the same thing?
No,
Refuse and like.
actually, no. This is they are not the actually same. Uh, we have, for example, let me just come here. See, we have some features here, right? Where is it? This is the type of the vehicles, right? This
Yeah.
is, we have different actual cases. We will ask people in different actual cases. When people don't choose any autonomous vehicles here, see, for this is for actually one screen here. We have about actually 10 pages like actually this. So when a person actually select the conventional vehicles in every single choose, then the software is actually it actually tells actually us that this person only is looking for only conventional vehicles, and in and there is no any actually case that you can uh, convince him to choose autonomous vehicles. That's the actually point for that.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
No problem.
To add some here, currently there is no real automated vehicles right now. So it is to see users' preference about future technology. We made automated vehicles a little cheaper than human-driven. So because we assume that we can save labor cost from automated vehicles. So we want to, from there, we want to see whether people are willing to use automated vehicles just because it's cheaper. But also it shows that whether people have some kind of faith or they trust automated vehicle technology if they are coming to reality. The second thing is this study is also conducted during the pandemic period. So maybe some people can prefer a vehicle without drivers, because without driver means they can be in the vehicle alone. So maybe some people can feel safer because no one else is in a vehicle, even no driver. So we try to look at whether people prefer a shared automated vehicles or shared human-driven vehicles. And as I said, if we can conduct this kind of a survey in the future when the pandemic is over, and when the technology becomes more advanced, or when the automated vehicle becomes available, then probably we can see whether more people will prefer that technology, or less people will prefer that technology, just because of the two impact, the technology part and pandemic part.
Thank you, Dr. Lee.
Any other questions? Thank you very much, Dr. Lee, Dr. Shin, and Amireza for the great presentation.